Hello guys, we are Team Radiant Studios. Hi YouTube. And also, this is our game. Luminescence. Here, I'll just tell y'all what it is. Venture into the shadowed world of Lumen. Battle nightmarish creatures and survive the darkness as you descend deeper into the abyss, searching to revive the last sources of luminescence. It is a 2D top-down action-adventure RPG with epic combat, a vast world to explore, a unique original story and lore, and interesting characters and enemies. So, on to the team members. We got team lead. Hi guys, I'm Kyle. Our code/script writers is going to be Zach over there, and me as well. And then art designers and sprite designers is a lot of us. It's going to be me, Joseph right here, Nate over there, Paulo and Tuong over there. Music producers is Sergio over there. Our GOAT sound effects designer is Paulo. Our world map building is going to be Tadiwa, Paulo, and Nate. Our back-end developers, such as like GitHub stuff, is going to be Nate. And the story/lore is everyone. We all basically made this giant story, so let me read it out to y'all. The world of Lumen once radiated with light and warmth, but it is now reduced to a dark, corrupted abyss. The 5 usurpers of Stain is what they called themselves. They invaded the world they invaded the world thousands of years ago and begun the war of light and dark, and in the end, the light was lost. They begun engulfing the world in shadow. They fed on the living souls, draining their luminescence until only emptiness remained. Entire civilizations were reduced to wandering shadows. Some succumbed to madness, consumed by rage at the memory of light, and others became hollow husks, mere shells of their former selves. Yet a few souls still flicker faintly, clinging to the last pure essences that continues to radiate in this accursed world. The Lords of Light, the ones that fought against the usurpers thousands of years ago during the War of Light and Dark, and ultimately lost, had built the 3 temples of radiance before dying out, guarding the last sources of pure luminescence. Only the ones imbued with pure luminescence are able to enter the temples and use the pure essences to revive this once beautiful world. The 5 usurpers of Stain vanished into the unknown, searching for a being searching for a being that is imbued with pure luminescence in order to finally engulf the entire world into total darkness. However, it has been thousands of years since an entity was imbued with pure luminescence. Many had been born into this corrupted world, and many have died in this corrupted world.
Somebody keep moving around your mouse or something?
Am I? No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Died in this corrupted world, and not had one been imbued with pure luminescence, until one soul had finally risen. One soul born with pure luminescence. One soul who remained untainted by the corruption. The one soul carrying the spark that could restore the light to a dying world. They had finally risen. AKA the player. What? Crazy. Anyway, onto the small story and explanation. No spoilers, of course. Play our video game. The game starts with a cutscene of the player currently in a wasteland trying their best to survive. This is essentially the tutorial. The player will then travel through a main path, adventuring this entire world. They will not only encounter many different monsters and enemies, but they will also find many inhabitants, possible friends, and ancient structures as they journey through this world. From time to time, there will be branching minor paths and blockages in the main path the player will have to face as they continue their journey. These paths will contain all sorts of challenges such as puzzles, mini-bosses, or something much worse. As the player travels the world, they will evolve and upgrade, getting stronger as they progress the game until they finally reach their goal of retrieving the guarded item hidden deep inside a Temple of Radiance. So on to the gameplay and mechanics. Of course, no spoilers. Talk about it.
Everyone knows. Alright, so right here is our main character with the mechanics here, you know, little slash mechanic. But so far, the game will contain a linear progression on a main path with some side objectives you can go through. Maybe you'll find a texture you find that you need to break after you reach like the second part of a map. You know, use that. We have a common WASD movement for top-down 2D RPG. It's just, you know, mouse click attack style. And then, you know, it's kind of like Elden Ring. You'll have like 3 potions or maybe more as the game goes on. And then it's just going to be open world. Enemies respawn after rest point. As the game progresses, the player will unlock new things to power themselves up, such as shops to purchase items and weapons, and especially like permanent skills. We're going to emphasize those to make the game more interesting as you go, which will enhance the gameplay and unlock new ways to travel the map.
And Here's our showcase of some characters and lore sprites. We got about 6-7 of these, you know what I'm saying? We got the enemies over here, we have an NPC over there, we got the player on the right, and our lore sprites with the Lords of Light over here, and the 5 usurpers of stage. You got it. And on to the theme and art style. Pick one.
I'll take this one. But yeah, the theme of the game, it's about like light in the hope of a cruel, hopeless, dark, and corrupted world. And so we're going to be really focusing on the dark aspect of that story, especially with the color theme, trying to communicate sort of some depressing tones, but also using those colors to allow kind of that light to shine through. If y'all can see with one of those items down there, it's still fitting in that color theme, but it's a pretty bright item, and it can really stand out amidst that darker color palette that we've kind of shown off on the right there. We take some heavy inspiration from other games such as Dark Souls, Hollow Knight, and Silksong, Hyper Light Drifter, and Fountains. We've definitely been making a lot of references to those in some of our meetings, just for game mechanics and overall vibe of the game that we're going for. But they just all share that same theme that we're kind of focusing on, so some good inspiration there. But yeah, that art style, kind of what we were talking about previously, but it is a 2D top-down pixel RPG adventure game. A lot of the map will be out of 32 by 32 pixel art, but we'll definitely have a lot of 64 by 64 sprites to throw in for some more detail. But yeah, again, focusing on that theme of being dark and gritty, we'll be conveying that using a color palette very similar to that Hope Diamond one shown. We'll probably make a few changes, but that will be our main focus there.
That's about it. Just drop a follow on that itch.io. You know what I'm saying?
Drop a follow.
YouTube, give a like on our video, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get all the... Anyway, that's it, y'all.
Thank you.